Hi there, my name's Jennifer Knight, and I'm here to discuss the initiative and referendum process in Arizona. The initiative and referendum process is an important part of the Arizona Constitution, which grants citizens the right to directly propose and pass laws and constitutional amendments. This direct democratic process is a powerful tool for citizens to take their interests directly to the legislator and have their voices heard. What are initiatives and referendums? An initiative is a process of proposing a new law or amendment to the state's constitution that is initiated by citizens and submitted to the legislator or the people for a vote. A referendum is a direct vote by the electorate on a proposal, law, or political issue. It is a way voters may veto a law by gathering signatures from registered voters to place the issue on the ballot. It is often part of a larger election and asks a question or questions to which all eligible electors must vote either yes or no. How are incentives and referendums created? The initiative and referendum process in Arizona is a way for voters to directly participate in lawmaking. Voters can use the initiative process to propose new laws or amendments to the state constitution, and they can use the referendum process to veto laws passed by the state legislature. The initiative process is created when a group of voters form a committee and draft a proposed law or amendment. Once a proposal is drafted, the committee must gather signatures from registered voters in support of the measure. The number of signatures required depends on whether the proposal is a statutory amendment, which is a change to a state law, or a constitutional amendment, is a change to a state constitution. For a statutory amendment, the committee must gather signatures from 10% of the registered voters. For a constitutional amendment, the committee must gather signatures from 15% of the registered voters. The referendum process is created by a group of voters who must first gather signatures from registered voters in opposition to a law passed by the state legislature. The number of signatures required is the same for an initiative: 10% of the registered voters for a statutory amendment and 15% of the voters for a constitutional amendment. If a committee gathers enough signatures, the proposed law or amendment will be placed on the ballot for the next general election. Voters will then have the opportunity to approve or reject the measure. Initiative and referendums are similar in they both allow citizens to directly participate in lawmaking processes by being able to propose law and constitutional amendments and have their voices heard. However, there are also some key differences to the two. Initiatives are initiated by citizens and submitted to the legislator or the people for a vote, while a referendum is initiated by the legislator and submitted to the people for a vote. Initiatives are ways for voters to propose new laws or amendments, while referendums are ways for voters to veto laws passed by the legislator. Initiatives require more signatures than referendums, and initiatives can also be used to propose any type of law or amendment, while referendums can only be used to veto laws passed by the legislator. There are also some pros and cons to initiative and the referendum processes. The pros are that it gives voters a direct vote in lawmaking and allows citizens to take active role in shaping their communities. They provide an opportunity for ordinary people to propose legislation and have their voices heard. It can also be used to bypass the legislator and pass laws that the legislator would not otherwise pass. It can also be used to address important issues that might otherwise be ignored by lawmakers and hold lawmakers accountable. If legislators fail to address the issue that is important to their constituents, voters can take matters into their own hands and propose legislation. Some of the cons to this process are it can be very expensive and time-consuming. It can be used to pass laws that are poorly written or have unintended consequences, and can be used by special interests to advance their own agendas. Initiative and referendums support the idea of direct democracy as outlined in the Arizona Constitution. This is because they allow citizens to take their interests directly to the legislator and have their voices heard. Furthermore, initiatives and referendums can help to bypass special interest groups, allowing citizens to pass laws and amendments that serve the interests of the public, not just the interests of the special interest groups. This is an important part of the democratic process as it ensures that the public's interests are being heard and respected. The initiative and referendum process is a powerful tool that can be used by voters to directly participate in lawmaking. It is important to understand the pros and cons of the process before using it. However, the initiative and referendum process is an important part in Arizona's Constitution, and it plays a vital role in the state's direct democracy. Thank you.